Hello all, my name is Krishnak and welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, today in this particular video, I will actually show you how you can integrate Python with MongoDB, how you can create databases, collections, and remember guys, this is the part third tutorial. In my previous tutorial, I've actually shown you how to install the MongoDB and how you can actually create, databases collection with the help of MongoDB shell, right? Now in this particular video, I'll show you how you can do it with Python programming language, guys. The first thing that you have to do if you want to actually work with Python along with MongoDB is that first of all go and install a library which is called as Pymongo. So open your Anaconda prompt, and if you want to open it, just go to your start. Just click on the start command and type Anaconda prompt. You'll be able to get it over there. Just type the command called as pip install, Pymongo. That's it, because this is the library which will help us to connect with the MongoDB. And for this, I'll just execute it, and probably I've installed it, so I may get the same message saying that it has already been installed. Okay, so to let the installation happen, okay, the requirement is already satisfied over here, so I need not worry about it, and it is already installed. So I'm just going to take this away. Now let's start how we should basically go ahead with. Remember guys, first of all, the first thing that we should worry about is creating a database, right? For that, I told you, first of all, I need to import something called as Pymongo. Okay, so this is my this is my library which will help me to interact with the MongoDB and help us to create databases, collections and everything. So first of all, I'm going to import Pymongo. Then the next thing that I'm going to do is that I'm just going to create a client, which is basically my MongoDB client. Okay, and then I'm going to say Pymongo. Remember, this client will be interacting with our MongoDB, right? So here I'm going to write Pymongo with MongoDB. Okay. So sorry, not MongoDB, Mongo client. And here I have to actually give my connection, right? Remember, guys, by default, whenever we are running MongoDB in our local server, by default the IP that is actually assigned is of the local host. So it will be having 127.0.0.1. And remember guys, one more thing, that the port will actually be assigned, and default port is assigned as 27017. You can change this. You can also apply passwords. You can give a username and password also, which I'll show in the upcoming tutorials. Now this is basically my whole complete IP address. And what I'm going to do is, guys, what you have to do is that you also have to give a protocol, and the protocol that is used is something called as MongoDB. Okay, so this is the protocol that is used. Oh, sorry, this is Mingo. This is my protocol. This is my IP address where I'm actually connecting, and this is basically my port. Okay, I'm repeating, this is my protocol, this is my IP address, and this is my port number. Now, pretty much simple. I've done this. Now, what all I have to do is that execute this too and see whether it is executing correctly or not. And I can see in my console. Now, let us go to the next line. Now, in the next line, since I've created my MongoDB client, now I can actually go and create my database. How do we create my database? So what I'm going to do is that first of all, I'm just going to say this as my DB. Okay, I'm creating a variable and I'll just write it as client dot. Okay, and remember guys, I can write client dot my database name. Apart from that, I can also give like this. Suppose I want to create my employee database. Suppose this is my database that I want to create. I'll just write client of employee and I'll just execute it. By default, if there is no database of this particular name, it will create this particular database. Otherwise, it will just be using the older one. I'll execute this. Now, my database is actually created in the MongoDB. Now, you may be thinking that how do we check whether it has got created or not? Okay. And for that, what I would like to suggest is that I hope in my previous video I've told you to basically install MongoDB Compass, which is pretty much important. So for that, what I'm going to do is that first of all, I'm going to show you this MongoDB Compass. Okay. Now this is how my MongoDB Compass looks like, and I cannot see any databases that is got created with the help of with this particular name. So make sure that, and always remember guys, as soon as you create a database, automatically not get created. Unless and until you don't add collections inside it, it will not just create this particular database over here. Okay, so I'm just going to remove this and again, we'll come back to this. Okay, now what I'm going to do is that quickly, I'll start creating my collections. So I'll just save it as, suppose I'll say information. So I'm basically going to create a collection in my DB, and I want to give that collection name as employee information. So this is how. So this will basically be my collection. Collection basically means like if I consider MySQL, over there collection is just if I just take equally over there, it will be like a name of a table. Okay. So this is my collection name, employee information, and let me just execute this. Now the next thing that that is remaining is that I need to start inserting records from here, right, from the Python program. And remember, guys, all the records that are stored in the collection is in the form of JSON documents. So I have to actually make a JSON format over here in the form of key value. I'll just write it as records, and here I'll create a dictionary. Okay, it as a dictionary, but it will be in the form of key values. Okay. So first name, I'm just going to write it as first name colon is ready. My first field is ready. I'm going to say last name colon. Okay, perfect. This is also done. Make sure that you give this, and then I'll basically say in which department do I work. So suppose if I write department, and I'll say analytics. This is the department I basically work in. Let me just execute quickly this particular stuff, this whole line of code. What you have to do is that I will just be using this information, right, dot, and I guess I have insert one, because here I've just created one record, one collection, basically one collection, one JSON document, which I'm going to put that into my collection, right? So here I'm just going to give my record over here. Once I execute this, you will be able to see that this particular insert one result at this particular memory location has been done. Now let me just go back to my MongoDB client and see whether it has got updated. Now just go over here and click on refresh. Now as soon as I clicked on refresh, you can see that my data will be present over here. So here is my first name, last name, department, analytics. Pretty much simple. And you could see that how with the help of this Pymongo, right, these things have actually happened. Now suppose if I want to give multiple records, or I want to insert at a time multiple records, how do I do? So always remember I have to give in the form of list. And when I'm giving in the form of list, there will be multiple nested arrays. Okay, multiple nested arrays, you can also say like that. So again, I'll write like this. Okay, suppose I say one, like one, analytics. Really, I'll say over here as Krish 2, Nike 2, analytics 2. So now instead of insert one, I'm going to use something called as insert many. Okay, let me just execute and see whether all the records will get updated. So pretty much simple. Yes, all the records has got updated, and you can see that insert many results. Now, if I want to prove it to you, I'll again go back to my MongoDB Compass. Now, if I reload it, now you can see that Krish 1, Krish 2, all the information has been stored. This is how you do this, and guys, this is just a basic thing that I've showed you. In the later upcoming videos, I'll try to create a model. Whatever output comes from the particular model, I'll try to store that in the MongoDB. So I hope you like this particular tutorial. Please do subscribe the channel if you're not already subscribed. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day. Thank you.
Forever free.